Hello and welcome to this demonstration of how to install an Azkoyen remote control system to an Azkoyen in-range machine. The procedure for a TW is identical. So the first thing to do is make sure that you have the correct version of software. TW already comes fitted with the correct version, but an Azkoyen in-range may need a software upgrade. So make sure that you have a version 7 at least. Now here we have a control board with the EEPROM on it. We can see that it says -7. That means that the software on this EEPROM is version 7. This control board is the third board from the right hand side in the box of boards at the bottom of the machine. So just remove the board and check what number is on the EEPROM. If you don't have version 7, you need to contact NA Spending to get an EEPROM upgrade. Okay, the first thing to do in installing this device is to make sure that you have the correct parts. So the first part we have here is the key fob. Then we have the receiver box. And then we have the remote control loom. Okay, so all three parts come as standard in the kit, but just make sure that you have them before you begin. Now we go about installing it. So we connect the receiver box to the remote control loom as follows, just like that. And then on the other end we have a 5-pin connector, and this is connected into the 5-pin connection on the in and out board in the machine. So at the bottom of the machine where you have the box of boards, we see, if we look over here, that we have 3 boards. The in and out board is the second from the right. And now at the very top of that there's a 5-pin connection, so we just connect this in just like that. Okay, now the next thing is to teach the frequency of the key fob to the receiver box. So we remove the lid from the receiver box just by hand, just like that. And as you can see inside, there's a small button down the bottom called a learning button. So we press and hold that in, and you can see that the LED starts flashing continuously. And now just take the key fob in your hand and press the button once, and you can see that the pattern of the flashing of the LED is disrupted, and that means that the frequency of the key fob has now been learned by the receiver box. So just let go, and that's it. Okay, so I'll put the lid back on the receiver box, and now all that's left to do is to set up the programming in the machine. Okay. So I'm looking for program number 228. So I enter that program by holding down button C on the handset and hold it down continuously until you get function 000 on the display. And now I enter in program 228 using buttons A, B and C. So C controls the 100 digits, B controls the tens digits, and A controls the single digits. Now when I have the correct program number up on the display, I enter the program by pressing the reject button. Now here I have the reject button for the machine. It's been extracted. Normally it would be in the normal position on the machine behind the red button. So just press that in, and now we've entered the program. Now in this program you get 4 different options. The first here is on the screen at the moment. It says RF plus token. That means that the machine will be activated when either a token is entered or the remote control button is pressed. By pressing A, I go on to the next option, and that's free. That means that the machine is not age controlled under this setting, so you do not need to enter a token or press the remote control button. You can simply walk up to the machine and vend a pack of cigarettes. Press A to go on to the next option, that's RF. That means the machine will only be activated by pressing the remote control button. A token will not activate it in this setting. And finally we have the traditional token option. So that is just the same as it always has been. The machine will be activated when you enter a token, and pressing the remote control button under this setting will have no effect. So I'm going to leave it on RF plus token because that means it can be activated by either the remote control or the token. So when you've decided on the setting that you want, just press the reject button. The next message you will get will say time and 00. Just ignore that message, press the reject button again, and now the machine will go back into normal vend mode. And just before we finish, I'm just going to check that I've set it up correctly. So I'll press the remote control button, just press it once. And now on the display we see 000 and select a product scrolls across the screen. So that means that the credit on the machine is 0, the machine is waiting for you to enter a coin and to vend a packet. And that's as simple as the process is.